Hi YouTube. Look at my pimple. That's nice, right? It look juicy. It's juicy. Okay, so this is something that's just been kind of weighing on my mind for quite some time, honestly, but it's really reared its ugly head as of late due to my Childish Gambino dating a white woman video. It's basically about why are black women so angry? Why, and I think it's safe to say, in particular, my chocolate sisters, my Lupita Nyong'os, my Alec Wax. Obviously it's a stereotype. Obviously, not all black women are angry, um, but it does bear some truth. As a sister myself, I've gone out, and this is weird enough. It's not just in America. Even traveling abroad, I've gone out. I get really excited especially because I'm abroad. I get really excited when I see brothers and sisters because the area that I live in, I'm the only black person within like a 20-mile radius, and all I see are Chinese people. And I meet the eyes of other brown girls. My eyes are always met with this like this kind of attitude. Okay, and this is something I've, even in my family, amongst my friends, like this is pretty common. I'm constantly like encouraging the brown girls around me, like, you need to smile more, like, stop looking so angry. And me, I'm just so darn happy all the time. Like, I'm smiling all the time. It's actually a problem for me. Like, I probably should stop looking so welcoming. I just kind of want to go over the reasons. Like, I just want to defend black women and just give an explanation as to why you might see a little bit of an attitude in it, or what they would like to call, the resting bee face, resting angry woman face, female dog face. No, okay. And there's so many reasons. I don't even know like how to go in on this topic. Like, it goes deep, okay? It stems far back. Like, we just go through a lot of crap. Obviously, slavery, that sucked for us as people. We've been raped. I'm still back in slavery times. We've been mistreated. We've been used. We were nannies for years, breastfeeding, taking care of white women's children, taking care of other people's children, taking care of our own children. And then, generationally, things kind of shifted. I want to say, like, within the last couple of generations, where, now a lot of fathers are not in the homes and women are raising children on their own. We're over sexualized in the media. So it's like, it kind of makes you feel like, and this is just me speaking in terms for me now, it's like we're only good for sex. That's how it makes me feel. It makes me feel like, you know, men sexualize us. If I'm even looking at dating outside of my race, for example, like I feel like a lot of men like sexualize me, and that's all they see. That's all they envision. They don't necessarily envision like marrying me and starting a family and having a life. I That's just how I feel. Our over sexualization in the media and how it has affected me personally, just how I view, my relationships, how I've been approached by men. This is just how I feel. Or we're deemed ugly. Kanye West's signature line.
My bitch make your bitch look like precious.
I don't know if I got the flow right, but it went a little something like that. I, I think back even like as far back as the Proud Family. I'm sorry, I'm just going in. The Proud Family, Dejanay was kind of like, you always saw Sticky rejecting her, like as if she wasn't cute. We're always in supporting roles. I think Black Panther was for me. Shout out Lupita Nyong'o. The first time that I saw a dark skinned woman portrayed as the love interest, the girl next door, and she was, considered beautiful and, adorned after, and, actually saw a positive image of myself. Even looking back at Empire and Being Mary Jane and things like that, were often portrayed as these workaholics who are always angry and don't have men in our lives, or we're the funny ones. I think of Monique in the show with Stanley Ogilvy and I can't remember the name of the Parkers. We're funny, you know? We're unattractive, we're funny, we're over sexualized, or we're workaholics and we're B words. You know, it's always this typecast, you know? Or like, I don't know, man. Just like throughout the years, like it's just been our the way that I see myself portrayed in media, in movies and films and TV shows is always it's not necessarily great. Like it's not great. And this does kind of emulate or mirror sometimes, obviously not all the time, there's plenty of black women that are happily married with families, okay, it's awesome. Then there's like little day by day quirks. There's like little things like I go to the bank and I don't get service for a really long time, and it can be one of two things for me personally. When I was in America, I always thought it was because I was black, but another reason could be because I look really young, that people just don't take me seriously. um and or like I remember going to a restaurant and me and my mom, and we went in, we put our names on the list, and then a family of, I don't know, like white people came in after us, a family of like four or five, and they were called to sit to the table first. And this is like one of those examples of like where people would be like,
Oh, here we go. Another angry black woman.
but you know, yeah, so my mom raised Cain. My mom said something, she was like, like we were here first, I don't understand why this family of four is being sat before me and my daughter. We put our name on the list first, like what's up, is it? And she does, she's, is it because I'm black? And the same with like little things, not getting served at the bar, like the bartender's ignoring you, not getting approached by guys when you go out with your girls, especially for the only dark skinned girl, you'll notice like all the male attention is pretty much driven towards your fair complected girlfriends, or, you know, we just kind of get shat on a lot. Like we do, we get shat on a lot throughout history, even in today's time, and just little minor quirks, minor things that will happen throughout your life. You notice when you're being treated differently because of the color of your skin. You know what I mean? Even in school, like little boys and girls, black boys and girls get in trouble a lot quicker and a lot faster, or sent to the principal's office way quicker than their white peers. Sometimes for doing the exact same thing at the exact same time. Like I've seen, you know, and as a teacher, I witness this stuff all the time. Like, you know, there is certain favoritism towards certain students, and then, you know, you have this a lot of, you know, teachers sometimes have these preconceived notions about black kids being disobedient or being bad, that, you know, Timmy and Trevon can both be jumping on the couch, but she'll yell at Trevon and send Trevon to the principal's office and tell Timmy to, you know, sit in timeout for 5 minutes. It's just, we're just treated differently, okay? We're just treated differently, and it's noted. Like it's noted. You see it, you notice it, you feel it, and you internalize it, and it turns into these kind of like subtle insecurities. And granted, throughout life, throughout history, for me personally, throughout life, and I think also throughout history, I can say, as black women, we've had to build a thick layer of skin. We've had to learn to be tough, because if we were weak minded and weak heart, if we allowed this stuff to get to us, like, can you imagine a white woman going through half of this stuff? Like, I don't even think a white woman can deal with being called ugly on a regular basis, like being deemed ugly societally. You know what I mean? It's all around you. It's in magazines, it's on TV, it's everywhere, and it's internalized. I don't think a white woman could bear to deal with just that. Okay, just being called ugly consistently throughout life. I think they would kill themselves. Like that's bad to say, and I'm not saying that white women and women of other races are not tough. We are all strong as women. I just think it is a lot to take. It's a lot to deal with, and it affects your personality. It affects how you see the world. It affects how you come off to people. That being said, we've had to build a tough layer of skin. We've had to learn to be single mothers. We've had to learn how to be mothers and fathers. That's one that makes us strong, or stronger, tougher. You know, I think that's one reason why my mom is so tough, because she was a single mother. She was the mother and the father. She had to discipline us just as much as she had to cook and clean and go to work and pay the bills. We're doing a lot of stuff, or, you know, and there's a lot of single mothers out here doing that, you know? So there's that. And then you also have to learn how to not let outside people and their opinions of you and who they think you are, how to not let that affect you. You have to have this, I don't care. mentality. On the other hand, when you deal with years of oppression, okay, even in today, I know slavery was like so many years ago. Everybody talks about slavery happened so long, like, stop bringing that up. That was, oh my God, you still on that? Like, okay, yes, I know. It was a long time ago. But even today, subtly and subconsciously, we are still dealing with some of the inequalities in our lives, like day by day, okay? And when you suffer from it, or when you deal with it for years, and this is also speaking from my mother's point of view or perspective, my mom was ridiculed throughout school for her dark skin. She was teased, taunted, called names, picked on, beat up, all of this stuff for years. And then when she turned a certain age, when she became an adult, what happened was you stop caring about other people's feelings and you just start defending yourself, because you decide, like, it's a decision you make. Like, I'm not going to allow people to mistreat me because of the color of my skin. I won't allow it anymore. Like, you get fed up. So it can go one of two ways. You can either, like, sit there and feel sorry for yourself, which is what I think if white women were in our predicament, what they would do was sit back and probably feel sorry for themselves or kill themselves. We just choose to put on a mean mug. I think we're handling life quite well. You can either feel sorry for yourself or you can make sure that it doesn't happen again, okay? And this is kind of the method I think a lot of us, and it's also passed down generationally, because even my mom tells me, and I'm going to tell my daughter, my grandmother told my mother, don't let anyone mistreat you, because we have for years been mistreated for the color of our skin. So it's a part of the daily lesson. It's a part of life. You teach your kids when they have dark skin, when they have kinky hair, they're gonna suffer in this world. That you already know, like, you're gonna deal with some shit, okay? Because there are certain views and opinions about you that a lot of people have before even getting to know you. Some people won't even take the time to get to know you because they think they already know what you're about. So don't let anyone mistreat you for the way that you look. Don't let anybody talk to you crazy. Don't let them treat you differently. If you feel like you're being treated differently, stand up for yourself and say something. Let them know that they won't get away with it. And because of that, and because of all of this, these teachings, I think what it does for chocolate sisters in the dating world is we become so strong. For one, we've learned how to be our own men in a lot of cases, and also we just don't take no shit. Like, we're just not gonna let it's because of worldly things. We don't take shit from white people, we don't take shit from anybody, but even our own men, you know what I mean? If you ain't calling me nigga, don't talk to me no more. It's like we say what's on our mind. We say what's on our mind. We say it like it is. We tell it like it is, because we have to defend our own honor, because nobody's defending us. Interracial couples are everywhere, especially in America. But all of these races of men, I feel like, got they women's backs, okay? You wouldn't hear a Hispanic man talking shit about Hispanic women. You wouldn't hear a white man talking crap about white women. You wouldn't hear an Asian man talking crap about an Asian woman. And if you do, it's very, very, very rare, okay? There's not YouTube videos on it, okay? I'm pretty sure. I don't know, I haven't searched that, but, You don't hear Arab men talking crap about Arab women, or at least, I don't know, I haven't. It's just every other race, even, dare I say, even African men. I would say I don't hear African men talking crap about African women. I'm gonna label this an African American effect, like, thing. I'm gonna label it that. I don't know if you disagree, if you have research and data and statistics to disqualify the statements that I'm making, then by all means, put it in the comment sections, bro. Yeah, black men they talk the most crap about us. Nobody's there to defend us or to have our back. Nobody's there to be like, I think what was so inspiring, dang, I wish I knew his name. But one of the supporting characters in Childish Gambino's show, actually, Atlanta, one of the supporting actors, he was also in Get Out.
Some dude, one of the drivers who takes us from point A to point B on this project that I'm working on, was like, yo, black women, they're the hardest to deal with, man. They're the most fucked up version of a woman you can have. I said, whoa, wait, no. You talking to the wrong person, man. Because as far as I'm concerned, As far as I'm concerned, it's the most beautiful aspect of black women is that they've been through the most shit you can go through in this country. You know what I mean? They really have been through the most shit, and that's a beautiful thing. That's something that you that should empower you to be a better version than what the fuck you are. Instead of having you feel beat down by it, it empowers you to be better. So the woman that's been through the most, that's the one I want on my side. Cause then she understand when I go through some shit, she know how to deal with the shit. Cause she done been through it all. And that's a beautiful thing. Don't ever throw them in the back burner like they fucked up cause you can't understand what the fuck they went through. That's bitch nigga shit. And I can't.
Basically he was having our backs, and it was nice. Okay, it was nice to see, it was nice to hear, and it's always nice to see and hear a brother like have our backs, hold the door open for us, just be gentleman like towards us, because yeah, we've learned to build a tough exterior, but that doesn't mean we don't want, you know, black Superman to swoop in and save us like black chocolate Lois Lane. You know, I don't know, I'm just saying it's nice, and it would be nice if it happened more often, rather than every time I post a video about black women, a brother has to come in and say something like, well,
Y'all know y'all bitches always angry. Y'all know y'all bitches don't support us. Y'all know y'all da.
dang, can you just have our backs? It also might have to do with where you're from, okay? I grew up in the suburbs, but the rest of my family grew up pretty much in the hood. And I grew up in a mixed environment, right? I grew up around like a mix of white people, black people, Hispanic people. I lived in Florida for some time. So I like to think I'm pretty well rounded, but I was always pretty safe. Like I never had to deal with being robbed. I never had to deal with anybody trying to, I don't know, attack me or anything like that. But speaking on behalf of people I know, like I have some friends that are like, they grew up in the hood. And so a mean mug was actually necessary. And as I moved to like downtown Atlanta and I moved to some areas, like walking around at night, walking around by yourself in general is unsafe, you know? And you have to wear a mean mug if you don't want to be harassed, attacked, robbed, things like that. So another thing is environment, and this becomes nature. Like if you grew up in the hood and you constantly throughout schooling, throughout life, had to wear this face of like, don't mess with me, then it just becomes natural, and it becomes your regular face. So that's another thing, okay? That's another part of it. All in all, I would say that's why we've had to build a tough exterior to deal with the rough and tough world out there that just portrays us terribly, treats us terribly, and and we gotta have our own backs, and we gotta be tough. We can't be soft in these streets. Can you imagine us crying and boohooing? No, we gotta be bold. We gotta be tough. We have to be strong. We gotta hit you with the finger snap. I had to do that the other day because somebody was talking to me crazy. It's we've we have to defend ourselves. Otherwise, we'll just keep getting picked on. Like if we're not tough, and if we don't stand up for ourselves and defend ourselves and be this angry black woman, we would get shat on all the time. And personally, I'm not gonna have it, and a lot of sisters aren't. So that's why we're angry all the time, I guess. I still wouldn't even call that angry. I would just say that's us defending ourselves and not taking anybody's nonsense. And if anything, this should be an admirable trait. Like, and it's so funny how on Latina women, this attitude is sexy. Like, it's a good thing. It's like it's all good. Like, I've been binge watching, okay, the show Modern Family lately. I love that show. And if you look at, oh, I can't remember her name, but
don't let him kick it! Come on, coach, you gotta take that kid out. You wanna take him out? How about I take you out?
Honey.
Why don't you worry about your son? He spent the first half with his hand in his pants.
But she's got this Latin spice, and she's got attitude, and she's quick to snap, and it's not considered negative on Latina women, and on women of other races it's considered sexy, but on us it's a problem, right? That's what it is. I think this is an admirable trait, the fact that we're tough-skinned and we defend ourselves and we stand up for ourselves, because that means we're going to stand up for you. That means we're going to defend you. That's us marching in the streets every time a brother gets killed by a cop. That's us screaming at the top of our lungs, justice and equal rights. That's that loud voice that you like to complain about so much, but we got your back. Okay? Okay? Ain't gonna call me angry. I don't know if this video was helpful. It's probably gonna cause some controversy. It's probably gonna, and obviously not all Black women are like this. Okay, this is just I would say most. I would say most. And we try really hard not to mistreat our men. I'm sorry I talk so much trash. Obviously we have good Black men out here. All right. I'm gonna go. I just ordered some takeout, so I'm a little hungry. But it was nice talking to you. My YouTube, like, subscribe, share your thoughts. I'm always open to criticisms and counter opinions. Just don't call me any names, because that's not nice. Bye.